at Children's Wisconsin for the Miracle Marathon. Time for a check on your hometown traffic with Marcus in the Toyota Brookfield Traffic Center, located this week right here at Children's. And hometown traffic is brought to you by Nicolay Law. Injured in an accident, Nicolay Law fights to get you the compensation you deserve. No fees unless they win. Visit NicolayLaw.com and set up a free consultation. That's NicolayLaw.com. Marcus, what's up?
Well, this morning you're starting out with an accident. Northbound 43 at Keith. The right lane is blocked with that accident. Very slow right now between Fond du Lac and Capitol. And things are getting a little bit slow already on the southbound 41 between Capitol and Watertown Plain. I'm Marcus Allen with WKLH Hometown Traffic.
Here with the Watch 12 forecast. Well, after yesterday, it's a little calmer until this afternoon. We'll get to highs in the 80s, lots of sunshine, and then storms again move in later this afternoon. It is 60. I'm Doreen.
I'm Dave Coombs along with Marcus. And Doreen, I guess there are two people who don't need a microphone to be heard. Probably Jim Lombardo is one of them, and maybe our next guest, the other guy.
Sean Mars. No, Sean is part of the Mars Family Foundation, which is bringing you the Miracle Marathon. But Sean, your story is unique. You are a very interesting guy. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to being so involved with children.
Well, my background started originally as a police officer. I had ended up creating a software company for police, and it was great. But I said, what else can I do? So my first half of my life was really working a lot, and then creating a company, and then after that, selling the company, creating a foundation, and now I work with charities. I work with thousands of charities across the country. I work with locally. We work with over 300 charities, helping them from everything from fundraising to figure out their pitch, to figure out how do they run their charities as little businesses. Mm-hmm. So we help them with that.
How is your software company doing now that you've sold it? Is it still flourishing?
They're doing incredible.
Yeah.
We were the flagship software and then they put 8 programs underneath it, mm-hmm. and they're doing great. But it was at a point where I was not excited anymore. I wasn't excited about selling software. I wasn't excited about that. But now we created a new software for charities, and now we give it to them, which is amazing.
It's hard to imagine you not being excited because you were also a cheerleading coach, and to see Sean in action, you are the biggest cheerleader here, I think.
I love it. I just it's the energy of. I love the energy here. I loved coaching kids. I coached kids for over 25 years, and I just absolutely loved all-star cheerleading and teaching teams and getting people to get together and work together and be amazing.
That second software venture that you mentioned, Charity EZ, is that correct?
That's correct.
So tell us a little bit more about that particular venture.
So Charity EZ was created because charities need a place to find funding. They need a place that, and really it comes down to software. And there's information on the government that you can download, which is about 10 terabytes of data. And I said, wait a minute, why can't you just use that? And they said, well, there's no good way to afford it. And these charities don't have the money to have really decent software. So I'm building something that's better than anything in the market, and I'm giving it to them for free. It's called Charity EZ. So it's www.charityez.org.
Are we using that here during the marathon?
Actually, what's even more fun is I'm meeting with their foundation to show them everything it does and let them help raise money, and it's amazing.
All right, and let's go to the raising money part, because that is what we're here for. Why is it so important to you to work here with us during the Miracle Marathon in Children's Hospital and the donations? Tell us why it's important to you.
Actually, that's a very easy answer. I volunteer here. I work with kids with cancer. We volunteer on the floors where the parents can't be there. We're their parents, and we get to spend time with them, play games with them, do art with them, and just even in the NICU where you get to rock a little baby that does not have their mom or dad is priceless. But what I got to see while I was a volunteer for over 3.5 years now is I got to see all the special services, the art therapy, the teachers. There's little kiddos here that have been here for 334 days. Yeah. And that's not unusual. But imagine if you're one of the parents and needs that support, that needs the ability to still live your life, and your child is in the hospital. It's devastating. And to be able to have a support group, I've never seen anything like this in any hospital, in anywhere, but Children's from the top down does it right. And every one of these small programs they do they're not paid for. The parents don't have to pay for this. So when the teacher comes in and helps them do their classwork or do art therapy, which is amazing to watch. It's so much fun to see the child love, and they really forget where they're, what's going on, and it lets them be normal.
Yeah, and those things are all funded through community donations.
Yes, and I never really understood that before until I saw it, but seeing firsthand how powerful that is for the families and how amazing that is to bring the child. There's things constantly going on, and they don't have to pay for that. And yes, they do have the best doctors in the country. It may be, maybe even in the world, but the care that they get around them is absolutely incredible, and that's what this donation is for. So if someone donates, and it doesn't even, if everyone donated $1, imagine how that could change the lives of children, and it does make a difference. So anything you can donate, we would love to see that, because it does. It goes 100% to help families and kids in a really tough time.
Yeah, make the phone ring right now. There are phone bank operators waiting for you to call 414-337-WKLH, or you can text WKLH to 51555. We're talking with Sean Mars, the Mars Family Foundation. You're involved in a lot of things, as is the hospital itself, and they have so many levels of assistance here. How about this fish tank experience? Tell us about that.
So the fish tank was one of my ideas of bringing kids. So we have a room that we have 10 chairs. What I do through the foundation is I bring in kids to learn how to give. So I give each one of the kids $1,000. And our last group was Make-A-Wish kids. So the Make-A-Wish kids were listening to charities pitch them. And they would get $1,000 each, and they would choose where are they going to give their money. They would either split it up, they would give it all to one, teaching the next generation how to give.
Yeah, that's incredible. Everything you do and you volunteer, let's hear your plea for the volunteers, because that is a real issue of need here as well.
Absolutely, and one of the biggest things is I don't think people understand that how big the need is for volunteers, and it's been on a decline since a couple years ago something happened. And because of that, there aren't enough volunteers. And imagine if you have a child that's on a floor that's alone, but you have time. Yeah. So you could give your money, but you could also give your time. And if you can come here and help and just rock a baby in the NICU, or work with a little child and do art with them, and just spend time with them, it is absolutely heartwarming, and it's just an amazing thing to do. But if someone loves working with kids and has time, please come to Volunteer Services. Go on the children's website and sign up to become a volunteer.
It's life-changing for you and for the kids.
Yes.
Do you have any meaningful experiences in particular you want to share about your time with the Mac Fund Center?
There's so many. I love the center itself. The hardest part for me is when you have families that literally have a child that is devastating. When something happens, and especially the Mac Fund area, and you see the parents that are completely just upside down. Their world is upside down now. We help them, and I love really meeting those people when they first get there, and explain to them that you're going to have care all the way through this, but anytime you see any of the volunteers, we are here for you. We are here for you and your siblings. We're here for you and whatever you need as a family, that's what we do. And it's great because sometimes we're doing things, just walking their brother or sister to the playroom, or going to an art, and just giving the parents a couple minutes to breathe.
In a nutshell, what is the Mac Fund Center for those who don't know? So
that's the floor where they have the cancer, the kids with cancer, and the higher level, the long stays. Yeah. It's sadly, to say.
Yeah. Well, and we appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much for supporting this event, for supporting children's, for everything that you do, Sean. We couldn't do it without you.
Well, thank you so much. I love this event, and please give.
Yes. Now, right now, the phone bank operators are brought to you by Ewald Automotive, and they're standing by right now at 414-337-WKLH. Sean, I know you'll be around all day today. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
It's the Miracle Marathon presented by Mars Family Foundation with Milwaukee's Hometown Morning Show, benefiting Children's Wisconsin here on 96.5 WKLH.